You ever agree to do something and then the second you do, you get this sinking feeling? Like, wait a minute, was that really my choice? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on something that happens in the shadows of our everyday lives: hidden manipulation. We're about to make those invisible strings visible. It's a pretty scary question, right? I mean, we all want to believe we're the captain of our own ship, that our yes means yes and our no means no. But what if that feeling of control is sometimes just an illusion? What if there are these subtle forces nudging us in directions we never intended to go? And that's really the big idea we're diving into. Now, obviously, we're not talking about actual strings. We're talking about carefully chosen words, strategic silences, and emotional levers that are all designed to pull you in a certain direction, usually without you even feeling the tug. So, how do you even begin to fight something you can't see? Well, you start by learning how to see it. In this first part, we're going to break down the most common tactics out there so you can spot them, name them, and basically cut their power off at the source. Okay, so this is what we're really talking about: coercive manipulation. And notice those keywords: subtle, hardball tactics. This isn't someone trying to win you over with a good argument. No, this is an emotional game. It's designed to corner you, to make you feel guilty or like you're a bad person if you don't go along with what they want. So let's get into a specific example. And honestly, this first one is so common, I'm willing to bet you've been on the receiving end of it more than once. This one is, well, it's just so sneaky because it takes your best qualities, your loyalty, your sense of responsibility, and it weaponizes them against you. It'll take some old plan you made, or just the fact that you're a good friend, and twist it into this unbreakable contract that you never actually signed. And there it is, that line. You can just feel the emotional weight of it, can't you? It's not a real question, it's a guilt trip disguised as a question. The subtext is loud and clear. If you say no, you are letting me down, you're a bad friend. See how it cleverly shifts the focus from their request to your character? It's brilliant, and it's manipulative. Oh, yeah, another classic hardball move: this silent treatment. This is basically emotional blackmail. By just cutting off all communication, the person creates this painful void. It's a total power play designed to make you so anxious and so desperate that you'll do pretty much anything to break the silence and get back in their good graces. Okay, now this slide is so important because it lays it all out side by side. Look at the left. I'd feel disappointed, but I understand. That's sharing a feeling while respecting your choice. That's healthy. Now look at the right. You're going to ruin the whole night. That's making you responsible for their happiness. One is a request, the other is a demand wrapped in guilt. That's the whole difference right there. So, spotting these tactics, it's not just about winning an argument or avoiding an awkward conversation. As we're about to see, the stakes are actually way, way higher. This is really about protecting yourself. Because this stuff isn't harmless. It's not about making one choice you regret. It's like a slow, steady erosion of who you are. Every time you give in to this kind of pressure, you lose a tiny piece of yourself. And over time, that cost, it gets incredibly high. I want you to really hear this because it comes directly from the research. This isn't an exaggeration. Being on the receiving end of these coercive tactics over and over again can cause actual harm. We're talking real measurable effects on your mental and sometimes even your physical health. And here they are, laid out. Psychological harm. That means things like chronic anxiety, depression. In extreme cases, yes, it can escalate to bodily harm. But for me, the most dangerous one is that loss of personal agency, that feeling that you're just a passenger in your own life. And of course, the very relationships where this is happening get completely twisted and damaged. Okay, I know that was all a bit heavy, but here's the good news, and it's really good news. You're not powerless here, not even close. Now that you can see the tactics, now that you understand the stakes, we can get to the most important part, how you can start to cut those strings. And this right here, this is the single most important takeaway. Your superpower in these situations isn't some witty comeback. It's that quiet, internal moment of recognition. Because manipulation completely loses its power the second you see it for what it is, a trick. So here's a simple two-step process you can use. This is your first line of defense. First, just spot it. The moment you feel that weird pressure, that knot in your stomach, just pause. Ask yourself, wait, am I being made to feel guilty right now? And second, name it. Just in your own head, label it. Oh, okay, this is that responsibility invocation thing. Just naming it creates this little bit of mental space. It shifts you from being an emotional reactor to a logical observer. And in that space, you can make a real choice. And that's what this all comes down to, really. The moment you can see the strings, you're no longer a puppet. You get your power back. You can see the pull for what it is. Just a tactic, not a truth about you. And you can calmly and consciously decide how you want to respond. So we'll end on this thought. Think of what you've just learned as a new pair of glasses. When you look at your own life through this new lens, your friendships, your family, your job, what do you see? Now that you can spot the strings, the most important question is left for you to answer. Who's pulling them?